Everybody, Daniel, thanks for joining me today. I'm gonna check out Silom. Silom's a neighborhood in Bangkok. It's more defined by like the high-rise business offices and condos and things like that, so it's like a business district area more or less. So I'm about to cross from Bangrak over to Silom, and yeah, we're gonna check some stuff out today. Yeah, so like immediately it has a much different feel than Tonglor, like right away, which is just kind of cool. That's like the cool thing about Bangkok, in my opinion, is that all these little neighborhoods have a completely different vibe. Like I just walked over from Bangrak, which was like, it just looked like it was like this very ancient neighborhood, and then all of a sudden, now that I'm in Silom, it's like a totally different vibe. I mean, you have like wide sidewalks and trees, and it's kind of cool. I think I might stay here next time for sure, because it's much closer to like the old part of Bangkok, you know, like Chinatown and Bangrak and those places. So I like to explore this part a little bit more. So right now I'm on Silom Road, which is like the main drag of Silom, obviously. Although Silom has like a very modern kind of vibe, there's a lot of these little like markets in the side streets. So there's the famous like Silom night market, which obviously now we can't see because it's the middle of the day, but there's a lot of like street food stalls, and there's just a lot of characters off in the small sois or like side streets. And in addition, there's quite a large Hindu temple. Essentially, I'm just walking north on Silom Road towards the BTS station. So it's like early afternoon right now. So everyone's out for lunch. It's kind of cool. It's totally got like a big city vibe here. Almost like the West in a way. Actually surprised how just everything's so completely different. Like the feel, it's a little more bustling than Tonglor is, of course, because it's like the business district. Actually, Tonglor, with the exception of like rush hour, can be kind of like sleepy. It has like a sleepy kind of like fancy vibe, right? But this is definitely more like business setting. Yeah, so I mean, in an ideal situation, I don't think he would stay on Silom Road because it's kind of nuts. But I'm always like doing my hair in these videos, it's weird. But I would like definitely like down one of the sois is probably pretty cool. have it marked on my map that Silom Soy 20 is worth seeing. I think it might have like a bunch of like street vendors or food or something, so I'm heading over there. Gotta cross the street though. All these like wide sidewalks, and yeah, this is, I'm actually pretty surprised. There's a vibe, you know. And then obviously the super new and awesome, well, it's not super new at this point, but the King Power building, it's like a pixelated Tetris building or something, but that's also in Silom. That probably defines Silom in the modern sense anyways, is that building. It stands pretty big in the center of it. I think I passed Soy 20, it's back here somewhere. But it's like the majority of Thailand, you have the old mixed with the new. It's always kind of neat. Seems like just kind of like a market street. There's a lot of eateries and stuff. Recording. They love to talk to you while you try to record. But anyways, it just looks like Silom 20 is a or Silom Soy 20. It's kind of like a market street. Just a bunch of random fruit. Just a bunch of random food and a lot of eateries, and seems like a lot of fruit as well. So, oh, there's a mosque right there too. Yeah. Looks like a pretty cool spot to do some food crawling for sure. And my guess it picks up a little more at night as well. And immediately what I notice about Silom is that because the rent's cheaper than Sukhumvit and especially Tanglor, like the food is a lot cheaper as well. So like street pad thai in Tanglor is gonna run you 80 to 100, and then here it's like 50. It's kind of nuts. So cool. That was Silom Soy 20. And across the street is actually the Hindu temple. Right there. Gonna head over there, and it's actually closed right now according to Google, but a lot of things in Thailand and on Google aren't correct, so let's see if we can head over there. Yeah, it looks like it's closed, unfortunately, but you can still get some awesome views from outside. I think it's closed right now due to COVID. So hopefully it opens up soon. It looks pretty cool. And just like check out the way this feels. It's crazy. Like the tree-lined streets and everything. It has this. I don't think any other part of Bangkok is really like this. So cool. So cool. And then like one thing to consider is that this part of Bangkok, actually, like Bangrak, Silom, Chinatown, and that whole old Bangkok side, actually, like, it still has a lot of tuk-tuks, which is like something you don't really see in Sukhumvit too often. And yeah, so I feel like this part even has more of a mixture of like old and new, right? So kind of depends what you're looking for about where you want to stay. But for sure, the next time I'm in Bangkok, I'm going to stay in the Silom area because it's much more centralized for that kind of like city exploration, because in Sukhumvit there's not much to really do there. You know, you have malls and like restaurants, which are great, but it can definitely get old. If this isn't the greatest juxtaposition of old and new, like, I don't know what is. What's also very interesting and noteworthy as well about Silom is that you have this main drag called Silom Road, right? And it's like, it's the main road. But as soon as you like duck into the sois, it immediately, like, the vibe changes and it's like, oh yeah, I'm in Bangkok. You know, it just has like all the little food stalls come out, the shop houses, all that stuff. So very interesting. Yeah, it's got like the sidewalks and they're all, you know, there's someone like sweeping, or get a little closer, someone like sweeping, and you know, has some good vibes. Yeah, actually going for a walk here is pretty nice because they have still these huge sidewalks and they're like well maintained too. Oh, there we go. We got the King Power building right in the backdrop. Passing through some food stalls here. And I want to go to the King Power building, or at least get a little closer. I've really only seen that thing from far away. It's like a papaya salad stand. Yeah, the lunch rush is definitely over. And it's kind of cool how everything's just there, and I don't know, I just get a kick out of everyday things. Just an odd kid, I guess. Oh, look at this view. We got these like French-inspired condos and then all the buildings in the background. And of course the King Power building right there. Alright, I was trying to get a good angle on this building, but it's proving difficult. Oh, so there it is, King Power building. dominating the Silom skyline. I mean, I really like Silom because as soon as you go into the smaller alleyways, you get that hit of like raw, you know, that character that at least I like when I travel, you know. It's that realness, I suppose.
Bác vào cái xe này luôn kìa. Ông Trang sẽ đây thế ông Trang.
I read somewhere that Thailand is the land of contradictions, and you know how you'll have like a modern 5-star hotel next to like a 100-year-old building, or you know, things of that nature. You know, Silom's definitely got some of those big city vibes. Even though the sun just kind of really came out, still pretty hot, and I'm pretty sweaty. Yeah, this actually, now it comes to mind, Silom feels a lot like the Blue Line area of Taipei. It's pretty close to that. Yeah, because you have a BTS line. And then Taipei also, well, actually it's not the blue line that has the above ground in Taipei, but anyways, yeah, it actually has like a Taipei vibe, I would say. Made my way to Convent Street, which is another like street food area of Silom. It's pretty incredible. And then like you have all the little vendors on this side, and then modern office building adjacent. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. This is cool. I don't know. I just like it. It has a good vibe. I keep saying vibe, but it just kind of does, you know. Because it's very like modern city, like modern Asian city. But then you know there's tree-lined streets and there's like little random street food everywhere. So, and then also you know like nice cafes and such. So got a little of everything. Like the little alleyway noodles, like Vietnam style. Like there's a construction site across like where all these carts are, so I wonder how much time they have left before they're like kicked off the sidewalk, which is happening a lot in certain parts of Bangkok. Like a lot of the street vendors are kind of getting pushed off, you know, especially in Sukhumvit, like that kind of area. So much stuff here. Chicken. Look at this. Yeah, a lot of stuff. The food smells are just like intoxicating. There's so much awesome stuff. It looks like this side is like mostly closed for whatever reason. Still, like, it's super cool. And I think actually like across the way, I think over there is the night market. But of course, right now it's not like open. Funny enough, like this is the Saladang BTS, which is where I did like the Songkran Water Festival thing in 2018. It was like right on the street. So I think we're just gonna call it a day. This is Silom Road. I'll walk to the Saladang BTS station from Bangrak, and I think we caught about most of the stuff. Ready to head back home now, so thanks for joining me on the Silom Road, I guess like walking tour. So it definitely has some pretty cool vibes, and I think coming back at night is gonna give you a whole different experience. But it's really interesting juxtaposition between new and old, and like, you know, old school kind of like street food vendors and modern cafes and giant buildings and fine dining restaurants too. So yeah, it's good stuff. So see you in the next one.